Greetings, folks. Iolair back again with another video featuring, yes, it is the premium tier-VIII German battleship, the Odin. So it's kind of been the theme of the week, and I'm very pleased this time to introduce kiwibandit, who will be sailing this ship for us in a ranked sprint battle that was played a little over a week ago on loop. There are no carriers in this match. And in stark contrast to most of my guidance around the Odin ship build, kiwibandit is running a full secondary build. I did talk about using secondaries in the previous Odin video where I sort of reminisced about whether that's going to be a good choice and what the firing angles and performance characteristics would be on the Odin for secondaries. And we're going to get a pretty solid demonstration of that in this game. So for those of you looking forward to getting the Odin or playing with a secondary build, this should give you some idea as to what she could be capable of. Whether this is a regular occurrence is a different matter. It kind of depends upon your playstyle, but kiwibandit does a pretty impressive job in this game. So starting over here, his allies have actually gotten a really big jump on the lead here, taking both Alpha and Bravo, and they're capturing Charlie, although with the cruiser in Charlie, he might be detected. I don't know if he's being reset here, but it does look like he's getting the cap. An opponent has moved into the south end of Bravo, and there's another opponent sort of skirting the edge of the Alpha cap, which it looks like Kiwi is going to try to get a shot in on. So I'm going to apologize in advance if kiwibandit prefers to be addressed as Kiwi or Bandit or kiwibandits. I'm not sure, but I'll probably address him as Kiwi for most of the replay. And yes, as you could probably tell, I expect he is from New Zealand based on the name of both his clan and his username. So yeah, he's going to push over here to what is clearly the strong flank of the opponents as they're pushing in towards Alpha. This would probably be a point where I would start turning around. Yeah, he's already starting to angle away here. Got the Edinburgh that's pushed over toward Alpha as well. I would definitely be turning out here because this is the strong flank, and I think you're going to want to be in. I would want to be in a kiting position and move back towards Bravo, reconsolidate at Bravo, and try to hold the opponents there. Now the Allies have already now given up 2 ships, including the Charles Martel that took the Charlie cap. So the Allies, even though they jumped out to a pretty good lead with the caps, they have now fallen behind with the loss of 2 ships, and the opponents look like they're starting to consolidate and be able to move in on Bravo. Got some torpedoes in here. I'm not sure. That must be from one of the destroyers. I don't think there was a cruiser that was sending torpedoes of that type. Now, Kiwi is going to send torpedoes here on the battleship. The battleship's quite far from him, but I suppose that if he was anticipating the destroyer might be trying to get a concealed torpedo drop on him, the torpedoes might be effective. The torpedoes that we're seeing now, I think, were sent by the Edinburgh. So looking to try to get the Bismarck down that is over, yeah, on the southeast side of Alpha. Yeah, that's going to be the better target, I think, at this point. But pushing in on this flank, to me, is an interesting choice. Again, like I said, I mean, it is an opportunity to set up some crossfires, but he could also easily become the focus of the flank. Now, this is where we're going to start seeing some secondaries going off because he's gotten into secondary range with the Bismarck, and obviously the Bismarck is running a, well, I don't know if it's a full secondary build, but he's definitely got the range, and so Kiwi's taking some pretty significant hits. He's taken a couple of fires. He took a pretty solid hit from the Bismarck, and it looks like he is going to be able to get the Bismarck down here relatively soon. He's disabled a gun, trying to get some more salvos out, finish off that Bismarck. Yeah, he takes down the Bismarck actually with his secondary, so he earns a close quarters. But the Allies have also lost another ship, so they still have a 2-ship deficit. They've lost Alpha, they're losing Charlie, and Bravo is now being contested. So that lead that they got right at the beginning is quickly evaporating. In fact, it has completely evaporated, and the opponents are going to be able to start getting a pretty strong lead here. I thought it was interesting that Kiwi's allies chose to come over and push back here at Alpha instead of trying to push through at Charlie, where the opponents were weaker, and try to, again, set up sort of some crossfire situations. But it looked like maybe the allied Kagro saw an opportunity, or one of the Kagros saw an opportunity to take the Alpha Cap back after having lost it to the opponents. Pop some hydro here in anticipation of torpedoes from the destroyer that was seen in Alpha. Again, this is a strength of the Odin. With the hydroacoustic search, it does mean that she has the means to push, but you can also see that Kiwi has lost a lot of his health. He's using his third repair party charge here. And again, I see this as a reflection, and I've certainly experienced this when I've been playing the Odin, is that you tend to burn through these repairs pretty fast. Oh, and here is that Kagero that was lit up by hydroacoustic search to his starboard side. So this is a little bit of a surprise encounter. Clearly, this Kagero was intending to try to get in sort of a stealth drop from behind. But he's now been lit up by the by the hydro, and it looks like he might be trying to angle to send torpedoes from his port side. Definitely making that turn. We'll find out here if the torpedoes are coming here in a moment. Now, unfortunately, Kiwi is detected here by opponents that are to his port side, so the Kagero clearly knows he's here. Kiwi's trying to judge whether he's going to be able to send torpedoes here. The Kagero slid out of his hydro detection range, so he's going to have to make. I agree here. Make this turn now. Get turned out. Avoid the torpedo spread that is likely coming. He's gotten lit again. He is being targeted. That's probably the Kagero. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, here comes the first set. We don't know whether this Kagero is a reload or a smoke Kagero. I guess we'll find out here soon enough. It's just one set. I don't see a second set yet. Obviously, his torpedoes missed, didn't hit anything. Still being targeted. There's the Kagero. Now, this Kagero is very front and center as far as uh, not only being detected. In fact, I think Kiwi did a very smart thing there. That's his second close quarters. He preloaded HE and got a very strong HE salvo on the destroyer to eliminate the vast majority of the health. And now he can turn back towards the middle, main part of the battlefield. Now, very interestingly, while he was having sort of that little side engagement, his allies have gotten down another ship as well. They've even up the ship count. They've reclaimed Alpha. They've gotten Bravo successfully defended, and they've actually gotten a little bit of a point lead. Now, the threat here is this Key. Key is she carries torpedoes, 10 kilometers. She's kind of equated as sort of the Japanese tier-VIII because she is a tier-VIII battleship. She has a very strong main battery, the 410 millimeter guns. Yeah, in fact, she does take down the Monarch or the Lightning, excuse me, takes down the Monarch with torpedoes. So the Allies are now have a one-ship deficit again. I think Kiwi's making the right choice here to kite out, although the torpedoes could be on their way if they haven't been sent already, or if he didn't have them loaded. Doesn't look like his torpedoes are going to find their mark. Maybe they will. Do they have the legs? No, they have expired. So he does have his secondaries obviously on the. Oh no, they're the torpedoes from the Key. He does have his secondaries on the Key. Also trying to get another main battery salvo out here. Finish off this low health battleship. Now the Allies have lost their last destroyer, the other Kagero. That was at Bravo. I think that was, again, due to the Lightning. So the Lightning is definitely pulling his weight. In fact, the Bismarck has just gone down, and that leaves Kiwi as the only ally left on his team as he finishes off the Key, and that is his third kill. So now this is kind of a solo warrior moment with up against four opponents. Well, it was four opponents. Now it's three. Now the Bismarck killed the Atago, so with fires. So that leaves three opponents: a Lightning, an Edinburgh, and a Richelieu. And Kiwi has burned through all of his heals. So let's see how this is going to pan out, because he definitely needs to go and contest and take a cap or sink all of the opponents. I don't think he's going to be able to win. In fact, I'm pretty sure at this point he's not going to be able to win just on trying to cap, because the lightning will simply back cap him unless he's able to take down the destroyer. So at this point, he's probably, if I were in Kiwi's position, I probably would be thinking about, how do I go and kill everything? The Edinburgh could stay concealed if he wanted to. The lightning clearly has the means to stay concealed. The Richelieu, on the other hand, and here is the Richelieu, will stay detected so long as he's in open water like this. Starting with AP here, against a bow on. Well, that was actually pretty good. He's got 3 pens up into the superstructure. Again, he is working with very little health at this point. I'm not sure I would be showing that much broadside. So I want to make an observation here. I've been seeing comments in various forums about, oh, there's the lightning. Switch your secondary targets to that. Get your guns swung over. Try to kill the destroyer as quickly as you can. Salvo out. That was a blind fire. Nothing connected. But in any case, I wanted to come back to a comment, or comments that I'm seeing in some places in various forums, that people believe that the Odin is easily citadeled. I am going to go into the training room with a colleague once he has his Odin and try this out. I don't believe the Odin can be easily citadeled. She does carry a turtle back. I think her problem is that with a relatively weak or quite weak upper belt of only 45 millimeters, she takes just a crap ton of pens through that upper belt, and is easily breached by, and I mentioned this earlier, by even heavy cruisers. So I think, yeah, Kiwi's made a very interesting choice here to make this turn here, but maybe he anticipated the torpedoes from the lightning. Now, he did kill the Richelieu there. He's down to very little health. Here's the lightning. The lightning's made an interesting choice to open up here. And he's got his secondaries on the lightning. Oh, now we're starting to see fire come in from the Edinburgh as well. And more secondaries out. I'm going to get another salvo out here on the lightning, see what he can do here. Lightning's dropping into smoke, but there's still several main batteries and secondaries on the way. Plus, yes, he gets a last secondary, or in fact it was a main battery shell that struck and killed the lightning. So he's gotten Kraken unleashed. He's gotten this down to a one-on-one, but he's on very little health. In fact, now he's down to just shy of 80 hit points. A single pen into the superstructure from the Edinburgh will kill him. He gets a spectacular triple citadel on the Edinburgh. Edinburgh is super healing. He would really have to get another salvo like that here in this next shot to have a decent chance to sink this Edinburgh. Salvo is out, but I think the Edinburgh learned his mistake. That was still a really solid hit, just shy of 10,000. But the Edinburgh is going to continue to fire, and he is going to finish off kiwibandit. So a spectacular effort to win this game for his team. So 2 close quarters, Kraken unleashed, high caliber Confederate. 177 secondary battery hits, top for his team. Unfortunately, there's no saving stars anymore, as far as maybe there still is now. And 42,177 secondary hits. So that's well in excess. That's about 24,000 per 100 secondary hits, which is very strong. So she definitely can pack a decent secondary punch. So thank you very much, Kiwi, for sending this match in. It was a pleasure to watch it and do the review. I hope everybody here did enjoy the replay and the commentary. Please do leave your comments below. And as always, we hope to see you out there on the virtual seas, and we wish you happy sailing.